When they're not racing, what do NASCAR drivers do for fun? Alright, so professional racing is a tough industry. When elite athletes finally have some downtime, they typically throw themselves deeply into grueling, sometimes competitive activities in order to help you feel more connected to the drivers in the race for the championship. In this video, we've compiled a list of some of the things they do when they're not competing. Number 1. Painting. Jimmie Johnson, one of the legends of NASCAR, has had a peculiar off-season. The decision to leave NASCAR has opened the door for him to pursue other passions. It seems Johnson has fulfilled this need by discovering painting as a new hobby. The well-known Hendrick Motorsports driver shared a snapshot of his most recent Twitter gig. It was originally written as, "Channy is urging me to do safer things," which was tweeted by Johnson. Former teammate Clint Bowyer in NASCAR said, "You've changed." Jimmie Johnson and Clint Bowyer have been trading jokes. In all likelihood, neither Bowyer nor Johnson's other fans had any idea that he was also an accomplished painter. The transformation seems to have begun with drivers moving from NASCAR to the IndyCar series. Bowyer, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Busch had a great time with Jimmie Johnson. Previous to this, the newest IndyCar driver had uploaded a picture of his new fire suit, which was received with ridicule from his friends in stock car racing rooms due to its bottoms. And then he posted another picture of his bootcut IMSA race suit and tagged Bowyer in it. Number 2. Doing restoration work on classic cars. Those who like watching professional racing are likely to have a deep interest in cars. The vast majority of the winnings go into buying new cars. The garages of most top race car drivers are filled with beautiful classic cars. Among collectors, Daniel Suarez and Joey Logano stand out for their ostentatious tastes. Logano showcased some of his greatest autos in the premiere episode of the E! Web series Drive. He took presenter Austin J. Mills about doing donuts in the parking lot and gave him a tour of his garage. Number 3. Flying. If you want to earn a living out of your love of speed, racing is the way to go. Even so, for some NASCAR legends, there is no question that flying is the fastest way to get anywhere. Chase Elliott likes flying aircraft in his leisure time since he takes after his pilot father. Chase also pilots a small airplane for fun. It's funny how the Elliots have discovered that flying a little plane is the perfect way to relax after a hard day at the office. Number 4. Acting. Despite the out-of-the-ordinary character of NASCAR, its fans consistently provide drivers with the chance to appear in films and television series. In the 2017 film Logan Lucky, race car drivers Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, Ryan Blaney, Logano, Kyle Larson, and Brad Keselowski all had short cameo appearances. On the other hand, Blaney has made contributions to Netflix The Crew, Pixar's Cars 3, and the second season of Taken on television. Images of popular drivers mingling with fans can pique the interest of viewers who want to know more about their lives away from the track. Nonetheless, the drivers keep returning for more, so it must be fun. Number 5. Podcasting. Since podcasting is so close to the film and television industries, NASCAR-approved podcast presenter Corey LaJoie may be the medium's most interested Cup Series driver. Weekly, he chats with the other drivers, and they talk about anything from professional racing to NASCAR, and he always brings up his own journey to the championship. It gives LaJoie something to do when he isn't preparing for a race, and it's a terrific opportunity for NASCAR fans to broaden their horizons. This is hardly a break from his regular routine, but it allows him to let his creative juices flow. Number 6. Golfing. The competitors in Race for the Championship go to many different golf courses. It's good news for golfers because a professional NASCAR driver's schedule brings them to some of the best courses in the nation. The gang takes weekend trips to other cities where they know they can acquire tee times to hone their golfing skills. Golf is a sport characterized by a moderate pace despite intense rivalries among players. To rephrase, it's perfect for drivers who aren't in a rush but yet want to improve. Number 7. Deer hunting. With almost 100 career victories, Tony Stewart is the most successful race car driver in the sport's history. The nickname Smokey is an abbreviation of his full name. He has won 3 titles in the NASCAR Cup Series and is a co-owner of Stewart-Haas Racing and the Superstar Racing Experience. Stewart has made a name for himself as a deer hunter. Stewart has been actively pursuing his hobby of hunting deer for about 3 decades. His hunting ranch is the most expensive home currently on the market in Indiana. Fans of Big Smoke would be ecstatic if the house ever went on the market. Number 8. Poker. Now driving for Colleague Racing Squad, Landon Cassill has established himself as a professional in the NASCAR series. He has competed in several series, including the NASCAR Cup Series and the Xfinity Series. Cassill enjoys a few activities outside of racing as well. He has been playing poker since he first began racing, and it has been his claim to fame. He fared rather well in poker events like the just concluded Storm X Invitational Tournament. A number of notable figures, including actors and CEOs, were seated at table 77. Even though Cassill didn't perform very well, he promised to improve for the next occasion. He's fortunate there are several online poker sites where he can play every day without going over 100 miles per hour. Number 9. Formula One racing and virtual cooking. The legacy of NASCAR racer Dale Earnhardt Sr. was continued by his son Dale Earnhardt Jr. Earnhardt Jr. soared to fame when he repeated as Daytona 500 champion. He was dubbed Daytona's Pied Piper by the locals. In addition, he was victorious in the Cup Finals a total of 26 times. Now that he's retired, he gets to devote a lot of time to another one of his passions, cooking. The Strange Witch, a sandwich comprised of bananas and mayonnaise, became popular due to Dale Jr.'s unusual palate. However, he does leave the house on occasion to prepare food elsewhere. In particular, he excels at preparing barbecue and biscuits. Number 10. Sommelier. Danica Patrick splashed when she first appeared on the IndyCar racing scene. As one of the first women to ever win the Japan 300, she has set an example for female drivers all around the globe. She's retired and enjoying the good life by opening her own winery. Somnium, derived from the Latin word for dream. Patrick thinks she is as powerful and well-balanced as the wine she creates. Prior to beginning her racing career, she visited a Napa Valley winery, where she quickly fell in love. She has been successful in the industry for some time before deciding to buy her own property and launch her own winery. Number 11. Collector. During his time in NASCAR, Jimmie Johnson may not have been all that different from his fans. Johnson did, in fact, race almost every Sunday for most of the year and amass a fortune as a result. Johnson, though, could empathize with the supporters who, like him, spent their free time amassing collections of memorabilia and official attire. Jimmie Johnson is no longer competing in the Cup Series regularly. Still, Johnson will always have mementos of his racing success to reflect upon. The 7-time Cup Series champion stocked his man cave with racing equipment and mementos from his 2 decades in the sport. Every Sunday throughout the Cup season, Jimmie Johnson was out on the track, giving it his all in pursuit of a victory. Based on this philosophy, Johnson won 7 championships and 83 races in the Cup Series. Johnson, though, took his time gathering his own belongings. Johnson described his meticulous maintenance routine for his equipment in a 2013 interview with USA Today. I have examples of anything from trinkets to die casts and beyond that is produced, but that's more of a formality than anything else. But helmets are also important to me, so I collect them and swap them with others. Then I have a fantastic collection of all my outfits, he said. At the time, it didn't worry Johnson that only some things were on display or beautifully framed. In his own words, "The warehouse I have is basically a huge room." Johnson explained how he keeps tabs on his inventory. That's quite nice. Jimmie Johnson isn't the first or last sportsman to be a collector. During an appearance on Oprah Winfrey's program in 2013, former Los Angeles Lakers star Magic Johnson took the talk show on a host of a tour of his man cave. Johnson's house was decorated with memorabilia from his many victories, including championship rings and trophies. Johnson also displayed an assortment of basketballs with inscriptions detailing his many honors and achievements. For instance, one ball was produced to recognize Johnson's 138 regular season triple-doubles. Evan Mathis, a former NFL offensive lineman, is an avid collector of trading cards. In 2018, Mathis made $2.88 million because of the sale of a 1952 Mickey Mantle trading card. Dimitri Young is a veteran MLB first baseman. Sports Collectors Daily reports that Young gained over $2.4 million by selling rookie baseball cards of legends like Stan Musial and Derek Jeter. At the time, Young stated his intention to donate the money to youngsters in need. Number 12. Running. Jimmie Johnson continues to be a popular NASCAR driver. In the NASCAR Cup Series, he has won the title 7 times. Johnson is a 5-time winner of the Indianapolis 500 and a 4-time winner of the Daytona 500. Furthermore, he also took first place in the Bakersfield 400 in 2016. To put it mildly, he doesn't have much downtime. And besides collecting his victories, he loves to run marathons. Though he said it was difficult, he completed the 2017 Boston Marathon in 3 hours, 9 minutes, and 7 seconds. Besides the Ironman triathlon, Johnson has competed in several other endurance competitions. What is the strangest hobby you've heard of? Tell us in the comments, leave a like, and subscribe for more videos like this.